Oh my God. My son is playing Fortnite, so if you can't hear me or if I stop, yeah, part of the bloopers, I'm sure. Try this again. Hi guys, I'm posting this video today on how to get through nursing school with kids. If you're interested in the study tips that I used to get through nursing school while I had 2 kids, then please watch this video. This is a new edition. So I've been an LVN for 2 years and I had 2 kids while in nursing school. It's very difficult, but it is doable. So if you're a mom who wants to go back to school or you're in nursing school or thinking about it, don't give up, go for it. You can do it. So many moms do. I know that it's easier said than done, but you can do it. It's definitely doable. And I'll let you know how I studied and what I did to get through nursing school and make my life a little bit easier. Also, this video is in collaboration with my YouTube mommy nurse friend. She's also a nurse, and she's gonna give you her study tips as well. So go over to her channel, Suzette Fairbank. I'll post her information down in the description box, and check out both of our videos. And if you would, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate all of your support. Thanks, guys. Also, I have mom hair, don't care. Just got out of the shower. If you're a mom, you know the struggles. You don't have time to dry your hair or do it all pretty. I'm about to put it up in a bun, so mom life. Hey guys, thanks for clicking on my video. Today I wanted to do a video about study tips and tricks that worked for myself when I was in nursing school as a mom. So if you are a mom and you're thinking about going to nursing school or you are in nursing school, these tips worked for me. They might work for you. They don't work for everybody. You just kind of have to find what does work for you. But first thing that worked for me and most students in school who have children is to study when your kids are sleeping, or if they're at daycare or in school themselves, or if they're being watched by somebody else. Try and study as much as you can when you're not around your kids. Send them outside to play or something. But for me, most of the time I studied when my kids were sleeping. No interruptions, no distractions, things like that. So that's one thing. Study when you can, when your kids are not around you. Another thing that I did, sorry, I'm looking away, I have my notes right here. Another thing was I used tons of colored pens, colored markers, highlighters, also the colored tabs, the Post-it tabs. I use lots of colors. For me, I'm a visual person, so seeing those colors made me remember different things a lot easier. I would remember writing something down in a certain color or doing it a certain way, like putting a bubble around it or things like that. So if you're a visual learner, definitely use colors, highlighters, things like that. It'll help you remember things a lot easier. Also, in class, when my instructor would be going over something, I would be highlighting everything that she would talk about. And then when I go home, I do more reading on that subject. And then also take my notes that I did in school that day. If they're not the greatest, most of the time you're in a rush just to get down whatever the teacher's talking about really quickly, and it probably looks like crap. So when I would go home, I would go over what we went over in class again and start my notes completely from scratch. I would, again, use colors, big, bold print, colorful, make my notes look pretty. I'm a girl, I love colors, I'm crafty. If that doesn't work for you, that's perfectly fine. But if you are somebody who likes colors and different styles of prints and things like that, I made my notes fancy and pretty. It worked for me, it really did. So if you're somebody who's like that, put some time and effort into your notes, and I guarantee you, you will remember things a lot easier. So my notes were very pretty, and I was pretty proud about it. But anyways, yeah, so I would take whatever jotted notes that were messy from class, come home, make them really nice and pretty and easy to read. Things that I didn't understand while in class, if I wasn't able to ask about it, or if it's just something that I figured, you know, I would find out on my own, I would use Dr. Google. So Google things that you don't know, Also, a website that I used throughout nursing school was Khan Academy, or YouTube channel. They're here on YouTube, Khan Academy. I'm sure you've heard of them if you're a student. There's tons of videos on every single subject and topic that you can think of. Very educational, great YouTube channel. So I highly recommend checking that channel out. Khan Academy, it's Khan. Also, when you are in nursing school or any class, your instructor always gives you a syllabus with an outline of dates of what you're going to be talking about that day in class. So the night before, I would try, as a mom, it's not always possible, but I would try to read a little bit of the chapter that we would be going over the next day, so I didn't feel completely lost. And if I had any questions, then I knew, I wanted to ask about that. And this isn't always possible, so there are plenty of times where I wasn't able to read something the night before, and you just go with the flow. Just pay attention. Things could get long and dry and boring in any kind of class, but just pay attention as much as you can, and take those notes. A lot of times my teacher was very nice and would let us know this might be on your test. So, keyword. Also, my nursing school was about 15 months long, and our instructor let us out early plenty of times to study, and she would use that term. We're getting out early for class for study time. Of course, many people want to go home, so that's what a lot of people did. But if you ever get out of class early, stay at school, especially if you're a parent and it's not an emergency that you have to be somewhere at a certain time, because you're in school, so you should be staying there until your class time ends. But stay there as long as you can and study, because you're going to get quiet time. You're in a school setting, you'll stay more focused. Also, if it works for you to have a study group, then do that. Study groups don't work for me because, being a girl, we're chatty. So a lot of times the girls that were in my circle, that we would always kind of hang out with or study with or do worksheets with or whatever, we're all very chatty. So study groups for me didn't work. I wasn't focused. We were just kind of all over the place. So I would do my own studying at home, and then we would compare notes. That's what worked for me. But if study groups do work for you, then that's great. I do recommend trying study groups. Let's see. I'm sorry, I have my notes down here. Also, I used a planner. So I know planners aren't for everyone, but if you're in school, it really helps keep you on track. I really like this. It's the Happy Planner, and this is a mini, so it's very small. This is a regular size notebook here, and you can see how much smaller it is. But also what I like about them, and being a mom, I like to try and stay organized as I can. These pages pop right out, so you can buy different pages and put them in, just pop them in. Sorry, I'm trying to put that back in there. So it's colorful, it's vibrant, and it's a calendar. So write your days down from your syllabus of things that you're going to be going over for that day, and chapters and page numbers and homework that's due and stuff like that. So I'm very girly when it comes to my notes and stuff like that. So I really like this. This is new, so I'm going to show you February because I don't have anything in it, but it has plenty of space for you to put some quick notes, things to remember, priorities, stuff like that. And every page, or every month I should say, I bought the kind that you fill in the numbers this time, but you can get these at Michael's, and they always have coupons for like 40 or 50% off. Don't ever pay full price for anything at Michael's because there's always a coupon. But it has the whole month in a preview, like so, like here. Whole month in a preview, and then you have your weeks. Also on this one, this is the mom planner. It has like to-dos and your weeks and stuff like that, or your days of the week, I'm sorry. So I like that. If you want me to do a review on this planner, just let me know, because literally it's the cutest. Like every month, every tab for the month has a different print. They're so cute. Again, this is the Happy Planner. I got mine from Michael's, and they're like 10 bucks, 15 for a bigger one. And they do have really big ones if you're super busy and you need a lot more to be written down. This works for me. How cute is that? Hashtag mom life. This is a sticker that I put on. So anyways, sorry, I'm rambling about the planner. I would use a planner, write down things that were very important as far as exam days, quiz days, clinical days, where they were going to be, certain times that I needed to know for classes and things like that. Use a planner if that's something that works for you to keep yourself on track. Also, I mentioned the colors. These are kind of expensive. This brand, I put my sticker over the brand. Stradler, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but this is a small pack, and they have a bigger pack with tons of colors. I got the bright neon ones. They also have just regular solid colors. So these, I think, were like 10 bucks. So it's a little bit pricey, but I've had these for a long time. And I like the way that they write. You can get these at Target or Walmart, Staples. I would go to Target or Walmart first. I have my bag full of my pens and pencils and highlighters, and I would have my little post-it tabs to mark my pages or flag my pages. So I got these at the dollar store, but then I also have the post-it brands with the different colors and stuff like that. So anything that you can use to keep you focused. Let me show you. I have a couple of books from school here. So I would just flag the pages and what chapter it is. This one I flagged by week because I would look at my syllabus. So as a student, I think it really helps to look over your syllabus and kind of go through whatever book you are going over that month or that week or that day or whatever it is. Just look at your syllabus and kind of flag your books and then put it in your planner. So that way you're kind of lined up. You look at your planner, oh, we're going over this that day and it's in this book and this page number. You can stay ahead a lot by doing that. So if that's something that would work for you, then do it. There's people that can just go with the flow and go day by day, and that works for them too. For me, I like to be prepared and I like to know what I'm getting into before it actually happens, especially for school. So I'm looking at my notes again. A lot of moms from the videos that I watched, one of the tips was to plan out your meals. You can meal prep or plan out your menu or make freezer bag, or not freezer bags, make freezer bags for dinner. If you can make freezer meals, crock pot meals, that kind of thing, that I'm sure that would save tons of time. I personally didn't do that, but I made it through nursing school. So those are my tips. If these tips work for you, that's great. I'm sure there's tons of other things that work for people and things that don't. So this is what worked for me and my program. If you have any questions or you have any video ideas related to nursing school or being a mom in nursing school or being a mom and a nurse, let me know. I will be putting out more content related to being a nurse, being a mom, lifestyle, vlogging, things like that. So if you're interested in seeing more videos with my face in them, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know what you thought of this video. I'm new to YouTube, so it's not the greatest quality, and I keep staring off to look at myself, and I'm trying to look in the camera, so I'll get better, but this is my video on my tips being a mom and becoming an LVN. So thank you so much for watching if you watched this entire video.